Oh, this... It seems that you've come to the Velvet Room in your dreams again. But something is different this time. You don't see Igor, Margaret, or Marie. Teddie is sitting here, not noticing your presence.
Where am I? Sensei? Why are you here? I see. How mysterious. There are so many things I don't know about. But I did realize something. I've been thinking all this time about who I really am, but I couldn't find the answer. I was no one from the start. Humans live in the other world, and shadows live in this world. From the beginning, that's all there was to it. I was just a shadow in that world. I figured something out. That day at the hospital, I realized that I really can't do anything. As soon as I thought that, I lost consciousness. Then when I woke up, I was inside the fog. Shadows can't stay in the human world. They aren't allowed. I walked and walked, but there was nothing all around me. Just when I started thinking that I couldn't go anywhere, I heard the noise of a car, and then I was here. I remember lots of things now. My world is a place shaped by human thoughts. One day, a shadow living in that world awakened to human emotions. But humans and shadows are completely different entities. So he made himself forget that he was a shadow. He wanted to forget. He wanted people to like him. And that's how he came to look like this. I really am stupid. What the other Teddie said before, in the end, it was all true. No matter how much I search for myself, I have no self. There was no me to begin with. I'm just a shadow that took a different form so humans would like me. It would have been better if I had never remembered, but I did. I'll probably turn back to a regular shadow soon. Oh yeah, Sensei, one day, when you meet Nana-chan in heaven, apologize for me. Tell her, I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Tell her, I'm really sorry. Huh? Really? Nana-chan's. Wow, that's wonderful. I'm so glad. Glad that I could at least hear that. My heart feels so much lighter now. I'm starting to feel sleepy. What a strange place. It feels so soothing. It's not like my world. Something just feels so nostalgic about this place. Could this be your dream world, Sensei? Aha. But I wonder why I met you here. What am I supposed to do now? But I don't know what to look for or how to find it. No matter how hard I think, there's too many things my little brain can't understand. But I do understand one thing now. I'm glad that I met you, Sensei.
Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a genuine bond. These genuine bonds shall be your eyes to see the truth. We bestow upon thee the ability to create hello, the the ultimate form of the star.
But I have to get going. This is your place. It doesn't seem like somewhere that I'd be allowed to stay. Goodbye, Sensei.
Before you know it, Teddie is gone, and Igor, Margaret, and Marie are standing there once again.
It seems the words in your memory weren't the only things you summoned here. This is a room for guests who have an ego that can be nurtured. Shadows, mere fragments broken off from the ego, have no place here. The water's strength has moved a single stone that had stopped, returning it once again into the flow. Very interesting.
Igor has a meaningful smile on his face.
Well now, it's about time we departed once again. This vehicle is still on its journey. There is no reason to tarry here for long. Margaret?
We're ready to go. Let us depart.
You are every inch the guest I had anticipated. Now it's time for you to return. I am even more intrigued now as to where this is all headed.
We'll be waiting for your next visit.
Junes Electronics Department.
How did it go? Did you find Teddie?
No, and no one's seen him either.
Ugh, that annoying little furball. Just when we're at a turning point in the case, too.
We have no choice. Let's pursue Adachi for now.
Whoa. Look how dense this fog is. It's gotten even worse than before. What the? There's this malicious aura everywhere. It feels completely different from the last time I was here. I think we'd better hurry. Give me a sec to try finding Adachi.
Does this mean both this world and ours are getting messed up?
Our glasses work on the fog on the other side. It can't be normal. And I heard more people are falling ill because of the fog. I wonder what's going to happen. I sense him. Adachi's definitely in here.
Are you serious? Which way?
Hold on.
So he did come to this side. Well, that settles it. There's virtually no doubt remaining that he's the true culprit. Once we capture him, solving the mystery of this world and the rest of the case can't be far behind.
Then maybe we'll find out where Teddie came from, too. Man, where is that bear anyway? Well, I can say for sure he's not here. And I know Adachi is here, but I can't track him down myself. Gee, Ted, why aren't you here when we need you most?
This place. I see. I came back, but it really doesn't matter. I'm completely useless. Nana-chan, I'm so sorry.
Teddie? It is you, Teddie. I heard your voice. You said, hang in there. I heard my big bro and everyone else too.
Nana-chan! Oh, hold on! I'll get the doctor!
It seems she's asleep again.
Nana-chan told me that she heard my voice. She heard me say, "Hang in there."
It could be that her frankly miraculous recovery was because everyone's voices reached her. Even unconscious, people are capable of hearing others' voices.
My voice. And theirs too. Everyone.
In any case, there are too many things we don't understand about her condition and what caused it. We're doing our best, but it's difficult when everything about her illness is a total unknown.
Unknown.
Well, if anything happens, please send for me.
If I'm an unknown being, then the way I can change is unknown too. So all I have to do is make them not unknown. Nana-chan's doing her best. Sensei and the others are probably fighting now too. I'm just a shadow. But Nana-chan cheered up when she heard my voice. So what if I'm just a shadow? There must be something I can do. I can't just give up thinking about things. That's why I came back here. Right, Nana-chan?
Teddie's strong will allowed him to accept and overcome his weakness as awake his heart's true power. Teddie's persona has been reborn. Kintoki Doji has transformed into Kamui.
Right. I need to get back to the others. Hang in there, Nana-chan. I'll be back soon.
It's no use. I can only tell that Adachi is here, not his exact location. Rise-chan! If only Teddie was with us.
Didn't he say his nose is practically useless now? And could he even help us find that bastard?
Nope. He'd be no help at all, but he was always there to support me whenever.
That bear's a loudmouth, but he's nice to have around. He's always so full of energy.
He's lighthearted and always optimistic.
I'm alright. I just got a little dizzy. The fog's so dense. It's hard to see through it.
Why don't we call it a day? It won't do us any good if you collapse.
I agree. If Rise-san became fatigued, even if we found Adachi, our capacity in battle would be reduced. Moreover, it's almost nighttime. We should return to our world for the present.
Damn it! We came so far to run smack into a dead end!
I know he's in there too. What's wrong with me? My powers are completely useless. Teddie?
You little... Where the hell were you?
I'm sorry.
You idiot! Bad bear! Bad! You're so late! Who do you think you are?
Rise-chan? Are you faking?
No, stupid!
Sorry. I want to help you all again.
You know how much trouble you caused, you dumb bear? Where the hell were you?
I'm sorry. I figured out a lot of things. Stuff about me and that world. I wanted to tell you all.
Listen to Teddie's confession since he finally understands who he really is. That he was only a shadow, and that that though he was at wit's end, he was able to come back to your world.
Shadow? You mean you're one of those things we've been fighting?
Yup. Just like the ones you all know about. Shadows are suppressed human thoughts given form. Everyone has them inside.
Wait, you say you're a shadow, but you didn't attack us. And you kept telling us from the start that you wanted to bring peace and quiet back to that world, right?
But in the end, I was just an ordinary shadow, Nothing special about me at all. I did everything I could until now to try and make my world peaceful. But instead, the weird fog started seeping out into this world too. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. If I really was special, then maybe...
It's no big deal. I mean, we weren't expecting much from you in the first place. And about you being a shadow, we pretty much figured you were something like that anyway.
Huh? What are you saying? Here I am pouring my heart out to you, and you say you thought I was something like that anyways? No normal person would think such a pretty bear could really be a shadow!
So what's the problem with being a shadow?
It's true that you may have been born that way, but you now possess the power of persona. A shadow is suppressed power. Once controlled by the ego, it becomes a persona. Doesn't it follow, then, that you must have developed an ego? Whether the ego masters its shadow, or the shadow awakens to its ego. The only difference I see is the order in which the process occurred.
Oh, Teddie's practically human then.
I'm the same as humans?
You keep trying to figure out who you are, just like all of us here. You can't do much on your own. You really aren't that special. See? What's so different between you and us?
Thank you! I'm so glad I met you guys!
The rest of us were pretty much a group of misfits to begin with, too, right? You fit right in, man.
I beg your pardon? Who are you calling a misfit?
Isn't that just you, Senpai?
Hey, that's not something a detective would say, or an idol either. Geez, stop crying, will ya? Now's not the time for that. While you were gone, we figured out who murdered the announcer and Senpai. It was Adachi.
Huh? Adachi? That total goofball? Whoa! I didn't notice at all. Looks like I'm pretty blind to that sort of thing. But you all know him. If you can't find someone like that, I don't think I can help you.
Like I said, we're not expecting much from you.
Well, the main thing is, it's hard to get pumped about this without someone nice and fuzzy around.
Yeah, what Kanji said.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right, now that the band's back together, let's take it from the top. Starting tomorrow.
It's been a while, but I'll do my best to look for him too. Leave it to Fuzzy.
You've taken another step toward the truth. Since you'll start fresh again tomorrow, each of you decide to go home for the day. Wow, look at all of those fan art. Fucking concept art, dumbass. Giants of P Part 2. You know what? Fuck it. Before I end this, I have been curious about what is exactly in there.
Giants of P.
Okay.
The initial draft of the Persona 4 protagonist design. You can see that even at this point, his bearing is very similar to the final designs. The finalized design for the Persona 4 protagonist. His sharp eyes are carefully drawn. The finalized design for Yosuke Hanamura. The defined bridge of his nose indicates that he's meant to be a pretty boy. A rough design of Yosuke Hanamura in drag. Since it's established in the game that Chie Satonaka selected his outfit, this piece shows an oddly believable female. The initial draft of Chie Satonaka's design. You can see that her silhouette is quite different from the finalized design.
Very different.
The finalized design for Chie Satonaka. The overall idea was a cute girl who could believably exist in this world. The initial draft of Yukiko Amagi's design. Here she's drawn wearing a rather retro-looking sweater. Another early draft of Yukiko Amagi's design. In contrast to Chie, Yukiko's hair was shorter at this stage. The finalized design for Kanji Tatsumi. The skull t-shirt and the jacket worn on the shoulders help sell Kanji's tough guy act. The initial draft of Kanji Tatsumi's design.
What?
Since Kanji was initially established as a delinquent older classman, this design was considered for him at one point. The finalized design for Teddie. The central point of his design was that he would be a character everyone could love. The initial draft of Teddie's design. There were a lot of abandoned experiments before eventually setting on the look seen in his finalized design.
I like those ones.
A rough version of Rise Kujikawa's finalized design. Since Rise is an idol who has tasted both the bitter and the sweet, she was designed as a girl who could express both. The initial draft of Rise Kujikawa's design. This early conception of her was as a female delinquent. The finalized design for Naoto Shirogane. She was designed in a way that suggested a boy detective. The initial draft of Naoto Shirogane's design. This version was suggested since the initial idea of Naoto's character was a short, pretty boy.
Huh.
The finalized design for Nanako Dojima. The key element of this design was a younger sister all the characters would love. The initial draft of Nanako Dojima's design. Since this design made her seem too independent, her design was changed later to the one seen in the game. Another early design for Nanako Dojima. Her design was changed from a princess-like little girl who has lived a severely protected life to the one seen in the game. The finalized design of Ryotaro Dojima. The regrets of a father who has reached middle age were incorporated into this design, which made it into the game. The initial draft of Ryotaro Dojima's design. It was established that he was a detective, but since it made him seem more like a suspect, his design was changed later to the one seen in the game. The finalized design for Toru Adachi. He was designed as someone who has a position of authority, yet is dull-witted and thick-headed. The initial draft of Toru Adachi's design. Since this one made him seem too suspicious, his design was changed later to the one seen in the game.
Gotta say, that is pretty suspicious.
The finalized design for Marie. Her design didn't change much from the early stages to the finished design. The initial draft of the Persona 4 protagonist design. You can see that even at this point, his bearing is very similar to the final designs. The finalized design for the Persona 4 protagonist. His sharp eyes are carefully drawn.
I've already seen it. I've already gone up there. Oh, son of a bitch. I didn't even realize that you could do that. Huh. Oh yeah, of course there's everything else here.
Music King.
Just in case you've forgotten what's there. And in case you've forgotten what happiness sounds like. Yeah. No, shit, I guess that's it for now. I'm not gonna show everything here, because everything is a lot. So, I guess that this is goodbye. I didn't even say what the fuck.